I know what you may be thinking, come on, really, ghosts? But that question is exactly what drives this group. They say
The old Baraboo Inn has a haunted history that dates back to 1864 when the establishment was first built. It was a brothel, a gambling house, and now a bar with apartments upstairs. Owned by B.C. Farr, local resident, who didn't quite believe in ghosts until he had found out for himself by witnessing activity within the property. Patrons to the establishment have seen full-body apparitions, heard voices, and even have been touched. Some of the most infamous spirits are Cowboy, Mary, Karen, and Sybil, and one that touches my heart deeply is a little boy that has been heard from time to time where the pool table now sits. Paranormal Encounters Wisconsin started its investigations here as this was the very first place that the three of us investigated together. What you're about to see is unprecedented access to interviews with patrons who have lived above the establishment or have come to this bar for years. There are so many people that would like to tell their story that we actually had to turn people away. So sit back, be prepared to be touched by the spirits of the OBI. Let's start the interviews with Ed Widzak, who lived upstairs at the old Baraboo Inn.
First off, the old lady that would always show up. My opinion, I think she was probably in her early 30s, maybe. She would wear like a white dress that had lace that went across it. And it went down to about mid-calf. She would come from the bedroom and walk straight across the hallway into what I guess what used to be a door, but because there was construction that was done there, and it was that path all the time, constantly. After it happened, after we moved in, it was about 3 months after we moved in, she started to come around and would scare the crap out of my ex-wife. Bad.
Though we did over 4.5 hours of interviews with 4 different clients, Ed's stories are very compelling. He actually lived on the property and actually helped with the reconstruction of the old Baraboo Inn. But what's really fascinating is that owner B.C. Farr has had a hard time keeping renters in the property. Is this because they too see and hear things in the middle of the night? We may not ever know, but we can also compare notes from other people that have stayed there. Here's another story from Ed that will absolutely capture your attention.
And we'd start to hear a piano playing in the middle of the night, and sure, we live on a block that has 3 bars, but none of them have a piano, and none of them would play old country style piano music. And we would sit there and we would be laying in bed and we would hear the piano play, and then you would hear people talking, and then you would hear what sounded like a party going on, and it was like right there. I mean, it was so loud. It was like you're in the middle of it. And I remember one time I walked out and there was a balcony off the back of the apartment. I walked out on the balcony and I'm standing there and I couldn't hear it. I walked back inside, sit down, I could hear it. Walk back outside. Like, man, this is crazy. I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I went downstairs, I walked down the block, I came back up, I looked inside the basement, inside where we were doing construction on the bar at the time. I'm looking in there, I'm like, there's nobody here. But then I could hear it, and it was like, it was coming from inside the building. I went back upstairs and laid back down, and all you could hear is music. And I screamed, "Shut up!" and it stopped.
Next up, we meet Dwayne Dewey Sanders. Dewey also lived in the same apartment that Ed did above the OBI. It's important that we do these interviews to have a better understanding about the activity within the building. It's also important to note that these two have never met each other. These interviews were conducted separately hours apart, and it's amazing how their stories collaborate.
Oh yes, one morning about 4 o'clock in the morning, got woken up to sounds of a party right underneath my bedroom, which is the dance floor. You could hear the old-time honky-tonk piano, people drinking, laughing, having a good time. 4 o'clock in the morning, this place is not open, nobody here. Yeah, there isn't even a piano here. Go figure. I call BC random nights after I know the place is closed. Dawned on me they forgot to turn the light off, knowing that he did, but there would be lights on, and calling him many times and telling him that lights were on. And nobody was here.
Is it just dumb luck that two people that lived in the same apartment above the dance floor had exact same experiences? Or is there something more, deeper going on at the old Baraboo Inn? Next up, we're going to meet Pat, who's a patron to the tavern. Though he's never lived there, has had several experiences.
I know I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I will. My wife and I were talking about the ghosts, and basically she thought that Mary was a weirdo, and all of a sudden her necklace came straight out like so, and I'm sitting right there next to her looking at her, and it ripped off her neck, and she just kind of went into shock. And BC saw it, come running over. There was another gentleman sitting to the left or right of us, who I believe also saw the same thing what I saw. And he kind of, just looked around, and I don't know where he went after that, but it came down to mouthing off to one of the ghosts. She has a hard time talking about it, because she kind of tries to, was it real that this happened? But I'm sitting right there next to her, and I witnessed it with my own eyes, watch it, and it's pretty freaky. We didn't come back for at least 2 months. We were sitting basically right in front of the doors going into the kitchen, and he was looking at us, and he said, "What you two are looking at?" And we both looked at each other and looked at him and said, "Your meat tenderizer is swinging back and forth." Nobody was back there.
This next story from Pat really affected his life. He thinks about it on a constant basis. And wouldn't you? It's also very relevant, as you'll see shortly. Here's Pat's story about a full-body apparition.
I think the one thing what really happened, got me going, was about this time last year. We were getting ready for the Dinner of the Dead. BC asked, "Hey Pat, do you want to help me?" And I said, "Yeah, anytime, because I've been down in the basement before, I kind of like it, So we were going down there, and this is probably the second time of bringing up tables and chairs, and I went down by myself, and I went back into the one room where the chairs were, but I'm kind of feeling edgy, you know, there's something going on, you know, like right now. And I kept on feeling like somebody was watching me. So I get into the room, and I look over into the next room, where actually it would be going across the street where the tunnel used to be. And I see this old man, or this man, about probably my age about now, but he's got long hair, scruffy face. I can't really make out what he's wearing. Our eyes lock. And like right now I'm getting the jitters. And we just stared at each other. It seemed like hours or minutes, you know. But then I just looked back down just to kind of break it away, just, you know. And then I looked back up, and he's still there. And it was like myself looking at you right now. I mean, it was a solid person. I want to see the person again. I mean, I'm more than happy to do chairs for you this year.
Note the description that Pat gives of the apparition that he saw in the basement. What we're going to do now is go back to Dewey. Dewey had a similar experience, but the thing to remember here is these two men do not know each other. They have never met. Dewey was coming around many years before, right after the bar was reopened.
I do remember somebody being at the end of the bar, and I kept looking at him and looking at him and looking at him, and he wasn't getting service. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I asked, you serve him? Who? That guy at the end of the bar. There's nobody there. Yes, there. And then there wouldn't be anybody there. I could kind of describe him. He wasn't. Of course, he was sitting down, but kind of, I'd say mid-50s, kind of scraggly face, long hair. Really? Didn't look like he was mad, mean. Just kind of sat there, like he was waiting for something. And then he was gone.
Now let's meet Paul Emhoff, who has a similar experience.
Anyway, another time I was sitting down toward the end of the bar, and it was about down where BC comes out of the kitchen, and it looked like there some kind of a shady character standing there, and he kind of looked around like he was expecting somebody to come or something. He had a little black derby on, and I was going to say something to BC, and I turned around and looked, and he was gone again. But that was it.
Is it possible that Paul's encounter by seeing this man at the end of the bar, the same location that Dewey saw this man, are they all seeing the same apparition of this male figure? Who is he? What does he want? And can he be helped to cross over to the other side?
And that happened to me twice that night, so.
Okay, everyone, we're going to start gearing up. We're getting ready to go inside of the old Baraboo Inn, where we're going to have unprecedented access. We will be locked in until sunup. That's right. So as the team prepares, what we're going to do is all four of us, Bryant, Mike, BC, and myself will be in the tavern up until about 1 a.m. And then at 1 a.m., Bryant and BC will be leaving us within the confines of the bar to cut down on any contamination, and Mike and I are going to ride this out locked inside the OBI until 5:30 a.m. We're going to be starting off with BC Farr, owner of the old Baraboo Inn, upstairs over the dance floor with the SB7 spirit box. The SB7 Spirit Box sweeps radio stations extremely quickly. We're going to be operating at a sweep rate of about 6 radio stations per second.
Who sits over here at the bar? How many spirits are here tonight?
Listen very closely as you can hear this female spirit say, "All of them will enhance the audio."
How many spirits are here tonight? How many spirits are here tonight? Mary, are you here tonight? If you're here, say your name, please. John, are you here?
BC now makes an attempt to reach John. John's a former owner of what is now the old Baraboo Inn. He passed away on the dance floor. But as we reach out to John, listen to this female. We think she says he's dead. Here it is for your review. You tell us what you think.
John, are you here? John, are you here?
BC continues trying to reach spirits with no communication whatsoever coming through the SB7 Spirit Box. It proves its validity. Let's see what happens next as BC walks over to the dance floor.
Who died right over here? Who died right over here? Who died right by here?
Two people.
Two people. Yeah, there's two people.
At this exact moment, BC picks up 2 people when he asked who died here. This is absolutely amazing and proves an intelligent haunting. This is the exact spot where 2 people have died, one being the former owner.
Who died right over here? Who died right by here?
Two people.
Two people.
Yeah, there's 2 people.
Yeah, 2 people. Died right there, so didn't they? Alright, we're gonna come over here. Who died right here? Who died right here?
We showed you this clip because it will become relevant soon. This is the location where the beam runs across the bar that John was lynched and hung by the neck until dead. This is a documented event. Watch what happens over the course of the next few moments.
What used to go here in this stairway? You hear that one?
We cannot be 100% sure, but this gentleman's voice sounds like it's saying she was cut. What is your take on it?
What used to go here in this stairway? You hear that one? What used to go here in this stairway? You hear that one?
Could this gentleman be from the past telling us that a lady was cut on those stairs? I guess it's open for interpretation, but you decide. This next series of events will definitely haunt me for the rest of my life.
Stairs went up to the what? Where did the stairs go?
Stairs. She said stairs, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy crap.
One in there, holy shit. Okay, who's here? I don't know. I said, who's here?
As you can see, we pick up this female saying stairs after BC asked what was there. And then a major equipment malfunction where it shut off our device. Little did we know, the spirit was gearing up for a physical attack.
Where did the stairs go?
Stairs. She said stairs, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy crap.
Where did the stairs go?
Stairs. She said stairs, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy crap.
Can you ring the bell? I want my turn.
Guys, I got a burning on my neck really bad. Really bad for real, Mike.
As you look closely in the background, you'll see myself reach for my neck as I feel a major burning sensation.
I think you're letting us know they're here.
That is a little red.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Pete, look.
Oh, holy shit, you got
Did I get bit by a bug maybe? Or?
No, that's a long one.
That's a long one, yeah.
I got scratched, man. I got chills in my body.
Holy shit, you got a scratch up here too.
Are you kidding me?
Look. Look at a scratch up there.
It burned.
That's there. Look at that.
Who scratched me?
As I'm standing under the beam where John was lynched and hung, my neck starts on fire. Almost feels like a bee sting or somebody took a big red hot cigar and put it out on my neck. It's a night I'll never forget. So what we're going to do is just show you the raw footage as it went. Nothing will be cut for the next few seconds so you can kind of get an understanding of the pandemonium that was going on at the time.
Anything there? Right here. Right above my finger. You need a flashlight?
Get white light.
Swear to God, I just had like a massive. Oh, it's burning. It's okay.
That looks like it, doesn't it?
It does.
What? It's just one, right?
Well, it looks like there's a scratch there and there's something here.
It's just two.
Okay, that's good though. That's a good thing, right?
Let me get.
I did it. Did that just say I did it?
Sounded like it.
Why'd you do that? Just let me know you're here, right, buddy? I've never been scratched before.
Well, you can't say that anymore.
That's cool. Thank you for giving us evidence. You can do it again.
Go on white light. I'm gonna film this here.
I think that was John that was hung right there.
Oh, that's right. Guy was hung there.
They just freaked out.
You bring down a little bit so I can get this.
Can you pull it down? I don't know.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yeah,
Right
okay,
there.
I got it right here.
Right there.
What about right in here?
Yep.
Yep.
There's two of
That's
them.
it. There's two of them.
I have it on.
Holy
I'm
cow.
filming
Thank
it
you
now.
for letting me know you're here. I'm sorry, you got it?
Just get a couple. Yeah, there's two scratches.
Yeah, there's two. There's one here. There's one there. Is
And
that
a
where you
cross?
feel? Yeah, just
You bless me?
it's not a cross.
It's not a cross,
Just
it's
the way
just-
I'm doing here. Just like this, and like that.
Oh. Man, did that burn. So it's not a bug. Oh, that feels like a bad bug bite.
That's not that long away.
Thank you. This made my dream come true, I guess. I've always wanted it.
You could hear the apprehension and fear in my voice. We must move on, though.
John do that to me, you think?
I don't know if it was John. John was hung there. It's just funny that he scratches your neck.
Hey, something just pulled on the bottom of my shirt. Something just pulled on the bottom of my shirt.
Oh, I'm getting down.
Right now, come over here with that. Right here, just pulled it straight down, like this hard.
Who's messing with Art? Come on, don't sigh.
I am trembling.
Don't sigh. Come on, who just messed with Art?
I must admit, ever since using Nick Groff's method of opening up the spirit, these type of things have been happening to me, and they've never happened before.
Who just did that to Art?
I don't think it didn't feel like anything bad. I just think they're letting me know they're here, and that's the way they do it. Everybody thinks you get scratches. Bad, and it's not.
Scratch is about 2 inches long, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just too.
At this exact moment, we could not quite make out what the spirit was saying, but listen to the underlying voice. It says it's just 2. Exactly how many scratches I had on my neck.
Scratch is bad, and it's not.
Scratch is about 2 inches long, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just too.
Scratch is bad, and it's not.
Scratch is about 2 inches long, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just too.
And they tugged on his shirt really hard.
Then I'm good with it.
Who just scratched Art's neck?
Wait a minute, guys. He hung himself, my neck.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He didn't hang himself, he got hung.
he got hung? Somebody murdered him?
Yeah. I brought a vigilante. I don't see him anymore. Thank God.
You can't help me. Oh my God, I was sad.
I
You
know.
can't help me.
I know, John. I know we can't help you.
Sorry, John. My camera's completely out of focus. It's just, look at this. Can you get this, Mike? Oh, there it goes.
This just caught him. That's why.
Was that you, John? I just got sad. I got goosebumps.
I know. John, I'm very sad for you. Thank God.
You can't help me. Oh my God, I was sad.
Thank God.
You can't help me. Oh my God, I was sad.
I know we can't help you. It was terrible what they did to you. We're gonna go in the back bar again now.
Physical contact, baby.
How we doing back here? Hey little boy, there's a ball for you to play with.
Oh, my camera just went out of focus.
What's that?
My camera just went out of focus and went right back.
Yeah, lights off too.
Mike's camera suddenly goes out of focus as if though it's trying to focus on something that we can't see, with an unknown voice followed by, "He has them." Here it is again for your review.
Oh, my camera just went out of focus.
What's that?
My camera just went out of focus and went right back.
Yeah, lights off too.
Here we go. Who's over here? You over here by the back door.
Everything now at the OBI seems to have gone quiet for the meantime. We're going to go back, charge up, and strategize for our next segment of the investigation. Mike, BC, and myself head to the basement, where we set up the laser grid by the infamous pole, where full-body apparitions have been seen in the past. We also have a REM pod set up, trying to detect any spirit energy that it may come in contact with. Mike and I now head upstairs to do an EVP session where the brothel was once active with sexual pleasures and favors. Art?
Mike.
No, hashtag. So, listen to this, folks. So, we are now upstairs of the OBI. This is where the brothel was. There's a lot of naughty going on and stuff up here. So, Mike and I have had a lot of luck with this very sensitive digital recorder. So, we are in what was an apartment. It's been ransacked by the previous tenants, but we did pull a few strings to get access up here. So, it's been an incredible night. But let's see what's going on here. But Art and Mike upstairs in what was the brothel at the old Baraboo Inn. So we're going to sit here together and do a joint EVP session and play it back for you. We'll do 2 or 3 questions. Once we know we have something, we'll play it back. Art and Mike, OBI upstairs in the old brothel. Are there any soiled doves still working up here?
If so, what are your names?
Alright, it looks like we caught something, so we'll play it back for you right now in real time. Wow.
Art and Mike, OBI upstairs in the old brothel. Are there any soiled doves still working up here? If so, what are your names? It looks like we caught something, so we'll play it back for you right now in real time.
That's pretty cool. We're going to play it again, see if we can figure it out for you.
Are there any soiled doves still working up here? If so, what are your names?
Mary, are you up here?
Any of you ladies free tonight for a good time?
Is it true that you used to ring a bell to let people know that their time is up?
That's something there. How many girls are working up here right now? Ending EVP. Looks like you got something on that other one. So it looks like Mike might have something. So, and the other thing to remember is this is voice activated. So it might sound like we're talking fast, but we're really not, obviously. So here we go.
Mary, are you up here?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Any ladies
Hold on.
free tonight? Mary, are you up here?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Any ladies free tonight for a good time?
Though we can't be 100% sure, but it almost sounds like she's saying, I can't do that because I'm already dead. What do you think?
Is it true that you used to ring a bell to let people know that your time is up?
Yes, we did. I think that's what it said.
How many girls are working up here right now?
Ken? Did you hear Ken?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I got excited and started talking while it was still playing. So we're going to just play it back quietly in its entirety, and then we'll be able to see what it is for the video.
Mary, are you up here? Any ladies free tonight for a good time? Is it true that you used to ring a bell to let people know that your time is up? How many girls are working up here right now?
Okay, so ladies, we're hearing you, but you're not very clear. We know you said 10, and it sounded like, with your question on the bell, yes, we did. At this point, the brothel goes quiet. It's time to change our tactics.
And they said, she goes, your pots and pans collection. She says, that could have been some old lady's favorite cast iron pans. She cooked them for 30 or 40 years and it's still her pan. You know?
So she's still cooking.
Yeah.
Well, even when we set up tonight, we heard the pans rattle.
I know.
So what we're going to try to do is, last time we were here, we had the little boy with the ball. We're going to break out the SB7 Spirit Box.
I think so.
What this does, folks, is it's going to go scan through radio stations very quickly. And we're going to run it in actual reverse. We seem to have better luck in reverse. We're going to run it at 200 mega sweeps, which is about 4 to 6 radio stations per second, or 1 radio station per quarter second, somewhere in there. So we're going to fire this up, and we're going to see if we can get that little boy to talk to us tonight.
Who's here with me? Come on, say your name. Who's here with me now? He just walked past me. Come on, don't be bashful. Say your name. Cowboy, was that you? Yes! Yes! You just an accent. Yes! Cowboy, was that you? Yes! Yes! You just an accent. Yes! Cowboy, was that you? Yes! Yes! You just an accent. Yes!
Do you know the name of the gentleman holding the camera? The picture machine?
It's Mike! It's Mike! Hey, Mike, I know you, brother.
That's awesome. Thank you for the validation.
Thank you so much.
You may ask why we use the SB7 Spirit Box so much at the old Baraboo Inn. Now you know why. The responses are absolutely incredible, and Mike is extremely well known amongst the dead. Here it is again for your review.
Do you know the name of the gentleman holding the camera? The picture machine?
It's Mike! It's Mike!
Do you know the name of the gentleman holding the camera? The picture machine?
It's Mike! It's Mike!
Now it sounds like our old buddy from season 1 is back. One thing we learned about the OBI, there really isn't nothing evil here, but we have this one guy that hangs out here that pretends he is. So here he is, and then he seems to go away.
Can you name one of us three?
As you can see BC shake his head, he knows who's back as well. This guy's going to hang out for a little bit, but I assure you it's nothing really evil, because the more we ignore him, watch how much more agitated he gets.
Come on, talk to us, please.
Hey, Jack, are you here? Jack, is that you? Billy Jack. We spoke to you here before, you remember, about a year ago?
Who's here this night? Who's in there?
You can use my energy. I give it to you willingly to use. Sometimes we have better luck that way.
Hi there. How we doing? Just great. Just great. All right.
Hello, honey.
You're doing just great. I'm just doing great too. Hi there. How we doing? Just great. Just great. All right.
Hello, honey.
You're doing just great. I'm just doing great too. Hi there. How we doing? Just great. Just great. All right.
Hello, honey.
You're doing just great. I'm just doing great too.
How awesome's that? Class A response to the question, how you doing? Just great.
You say you're doing just great.
Basement alone for an EVP session, as I did in part 1. This time though, for some reason the camera's a little fuzzy, but what's about to happen chilled me to my very core. Okay folks, I am back in the basement at the old Baraboo Inn, at the infamous pole right behind me, and it is pitch black in here. I do have a REM pod off camera in case something sits next to me. It will sound and go off. If I go near it like this, you'll hear that. I'll stay as far away as I can. I don't want to contaminate any evidence. But last time we were down here, we had some really good EVPs on this special digital recorder that you saw in part 1. So what we're going to do is just ask a series of questions, and I'll play it back for you live. That way you know it's 100% factual, it's real. The EVPs down here have been fantastic over the years, and we just love being here. Now, I'll tell you right now, like I told you the first time, it is so creepy down here by yourself. You know you're alone. They can't hear me. Upstairs, they're 2 floors up. BC and Mike I'm referring to. They're conducting an EVP session. So let's see how this goes, and we really hope you're all enjoying dinner with the dead. It's a special event in a very special place. So here we go, and then we'll play it back live. Do you remember touching Brian on the head down here? Did something bad happen at this pole? Can you tell me exactly what happened in this red light here? I mean EVP. Alright, so let's play this back for you live. I'm going to scoot up here to the camera so you can hear it good. Let's see, it looked like we caught some stuff. Let's see.
You remember touching Brian on the head down here?
Yes, he just screamed it.
Is there a light where you're at? Is it daylight right now? Something bad.
Oh my God.
Can you tell me exactly what happened in this red light here?
Alright, we need to play that back. We're going to try to pick up exactly what the second one is. But it screamed, yes. And oh, wow. I got chills racing through my body. When you're in a dark place that you know is haunted and you can't see it, and sometimes you can't hear it or you can't feel it. Sometimes you can see it. I haven't been that fortunate. That was incredible. I'm absolutely shaking. So here it is again, because this is an amazing EVP session right off the bat.
You remember touching Brian on the head down here? Can you tell me, is there a light where you're at? Is it daylight right now? Did something bad happen at this pole? Can you tell me exactly what happened in this red light here?
That is absolutely incredible. I can't
You
make
remember touching Brian on the head down here? Can you tell me, is there a light where you're at? Is it daylight right now? Did something bad happen at this pole? Can you tell me exactly what happened in this red light here?
I want to play it one more time, and it just got really dark in here. Like, there's said sometimes an entity down here is not always so friendly. I don't mind, because I've been to so many places throughout the country that I've dealt with some bad stuff. But most of the time, every spirit we've really encountered here seems to be nice, and they're just trying to get our attention. They have something to say, and here we go again. They will talk to you. Here it is.
You remember touching Brian on the head down here? Can you tell me, is there a light where you're at? Is it daylight right now? Did something bad
I
happen
can't
at this
see
pole?
it. I
Can you
think
tell
that's
me
what it
exactly
says.
what
It's
happened in
supposed
this
to-
red light here?
It's trying to say something at the last one too. I mean, it's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for communicating with me. I think you and I would both like to do some more. So, feel free to show up next to me or behind me. It's okay. I'm not. I'm a little bit. I wouldn't say scared. Apprehensive might be the word. So I do have the flashlight on because I'm gonna go ahead and play the. What's over there? We're good. We're gonna go ahead. And we're going to try another recording. Let's see how intelligent it is. It sounds very intelligent. It remembers touching Bryant in session 1. But here we go again. Let's see what we can do. Thank you so much for communicating with me tonight. Can I ask your first name, please? I'm moving. We're going to tag every movement because these are so sensitive. Movement can really set it off. Obviously, we had actual words, but people will call scratching stuff words. So, again, can I ask your name again, please? Thank you. Looks like you did say something. Hopefully it's clear. By chance, where you're at, do you know things about us? If you do, can you tell me my name? Was there a death down here in this basement? Can you tell me who scratched me upstairs? Ending EVP. So I like to do these live on camera, so you know they're real. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. We leave it up. We leave it up to you for interpretation. But let's play this one back. It looked like we did get some responses. They didn't seem as solid though as the first time.
Thank you so much for communicating with me tonight. Can I ask your first name, please? I'm moving. I'm going to tag every movement because it's so sensitive. Movement can really set it off. Obviously, we had actual words, but people will call scratching stuff weird. So, again, can I ask your name again, please? Thank you. Looks like you did say something. Hopefully it's clear. By chance, where you're at, do you know things about us?
Yes. It just said yes again, people.
If you do, can you tell me my name?
Did that just say my name?
Was there a death down here in this basement? Can you tell me who scratched me upstairs?
Wow.
By chance, where you're at, do you know things about us?
Yes. It just said yes again, people.
If you do, can you tell me my name?
Did that just say my name?
Was there a death down here in this basement?
Let's play that one more. That's incredible, folks. The reason this sounds funny, folks, is because this is voice activation. I want to do another set because whoever it is that's here, and yes, there's somebody here. Wow, I got the chills racing through me. This pole is like an energy magnet. There's been so much stuff in it. There's bullet holes in it. Psychics have come down here and talked about incredible things. This is one of the best EVP sessions I've had in a long time. And I want to thank you, whoever you are. I know you tried to say your name, so I want you to save up some energy, pull some from me, from the camera, a little bit, leave the camera running. You can sit next to me and that thing will go off, so we also know you're here for that. Whew. All right, let's do this again. This is absolutely incredible, because Mike had possibly, let me just make sure it's focused, sorry about the glasses. Mike had possibly, either his father or stepfather, both had passed away. Last time we're here, look at, I don't know if you see it with IR, it just got ice cold. You can see my breath. Welcome. This is what we do, folks. This is insane tonight. I am trembling. Something's like all around me. It is ice freaking cold. Look at, unbelievable. All right, I'm going to back up. And absolutely, I don't get scared, but I am extremely on edge right now. Oh my gosh, is it cold. Hi, welcome. Let me get this going. Hello, welcome. What's your name again? I couldn't make it out last time. Please don't stop talking to me. It's very cold here. Are you trying to show yourself to me? I'm freezing. I got goosebumps. I'm freezing. You probably heard it on the camera. Something just slid off to my left. Are you moving stuff? At this precise moment, the spirit is drawing all the energy up around me. It has pulled all the power out of the camera and the IR light. There was still an hour and 25 minutes left of battery on that camera. Here's the audio that still ran moments after. Alright, getting ready for playback of the camera dying. Getting ready to play it right now.
Hello, welcome. What's your name again? I couldn't make it out last time. Please don't stop talking to me. It's very cold here. Are you trying to show yourself to me? I got goosebumps. I'm freezing. You probably heard it on the camera. Something just slid off to my left. Are you moving stuff? My camera just shut off. Oh, my camera just shut off, folks. So all I got here is audio. I'm going to go to the camera right now to see what happened. I'm trying to turn it back on. Thank you for doing that. I'm trembling. Battery drained. You took too much power from the battery. Alright, let's get another camera rolling. Stay with me here on EVP. I want to get this going. This is insane. I had an hour and 25 minutes left on that camera, folks, so I come down here, and I'll guarantee you we haven't been there for that. Oh, the thermos thing's going to kick in. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap. We're going to wrap the EVP. I'm off camera. I think they were trying to draw energy to manufacture it as ice cold. You saw my, oh, it's still cold. I wish you could see me right now. The other things are going on.
The old Baraboo Inn is at a level like few others. This inn, its history, and its loyal patrons of the past 150 years has its own story to tell. One of festivity and one of sorrow. The words of the dead have in-depth power and meaning, yet we may never know the meaning until we someday meet our own fate and pull up a stool and sit with them for eternity at the old Baraboo Inn.